Welcome to MJ Sailing. We're Matt and Jessica, a couple that left Michigan for the nomadic lifestyle 7 years ago. Recently, we refitted an aluminum boat to sail to the Arctic and explore some of the more remote areas of the planet. Thanks for joining the adventure. Good morning, everyone. We are just experiencing such a beautiful day here. We have moved ourselves from our other spot at Barnpool and just came around the corner the other day to the Cawsand Bay. And I have to tell you, hands down, cutest place that we have been. And it's unfortunate that we can't stay here longer, but we actually have some north winds coming to make a run to the Isles of Scilly, and since the winds are traditionally out of the southwest, which is kind of the direction we need to head there, any break in that, we have to take it. So unfortunately, we're going to be leaving this perfection behind too early, but there's a chance we could come back.
As just said, the winds are appropriate right now. They are coming from the north, northwest really, so it'll be a beam reach the whole way. It's about 55 miles to the Lizard, the kind of the point that we have to get around. And because of the tide and the way the currents run, we need to hit that point right at about 1:15 a.m. So it's 2 o'clock right now. It should be plenty of time. We're going to go out, leave right about now, and that should give us, if we average 4.5 knots, that will get us to that point. If we need to speed up or slow down, not a big deal. We'll do that. We'll heave to, but we just want to get around that point right at 1:15 roughly, or at least a little bit after that. But the winds look like they'll be good. They are going to die out around 2 o'clock in the morning. And we'll probably have to motor the last little bit, but at least it gets us a good opportunity to go there and not be fighting headwinds the whole way.
Getting the jack lines all tied up, and we're ready to go.
We are ready.
Ready. Let's see, we've got the dinghy on deck. We've got sun. We've got wind. Check. Let's go. Definitely pacing ourselves not to get there too fast at the 4.5 we plan to leave with, but that's okay. There's an option to slow down. We're going to take the wind while we have it. And I think that was just a gust anyway.
A little bit of lift off this point.
Yeah.
Feels so good!
The engine's off.
Oh my gosh, does this feel awesome.
You're sailing.
Actually sailing again. We did a little downwind sailing when we were coming down the river, just head sail alone. That wasn't enough to satisfy the itch. This will, I think. Itch gone.
And now Georgie needs to get used to the motion of the ocean. Now that we are comfortably underway and the sails are set and everything's getting settled out, it is time to try and catch ourselves a nice fish dinner for tomorrow night, so Matt's got the kit out. And with the amount of fishermen that we're passing by right now, they're all over us. Hopefully this is a good spot and we'll have something on the line really soon.
Well, we are doing 7-3 right now, which means that the only thing I'll be able to catch it is a fast fish, so hopefully that means tuna.
Ooh, yummy! Could so go for that. And now the waiting game begins. It'll give me something to do while Matt's napping in a little bit.
Good problem to have, usually. We're going too fast.
Still.
Yes, we do need to be there. Again, around 1:15 is slack at that point. Anything after that, I'm okay with, but before that, we would have opposing current and just not the most pleasant place to be, apparently. Again, we haven't experienced it, but everyone told us that. So we're slowing down. Right now, we have double reef in the main, and we have gone down from our headsail to just our staysail, and we're still doing 5-1 or 5-2. It is the absolute perfect elements for sailing, and she is, yeah, just going, and we can't slow her down, unfortunately. So we'll see. At this rate, we're okay. We can probably, the wind's supposed to die down a little bit in a while, so we should be all right. We'll see.
We're just getting to that time of day now where the sun is dipping below the Dodger, but things are definitely calming down out here. We are currently under a reefed main and the staysail still. Went back to that, doing about 4.5 knots, which is still a little faster than we want to be, but we think that the winds are going to die out more and that we'll want that speed. But we did see a catamaran pass us and they were steaming ahead toward the Lizard at like 8 knots, so who knows, maybe they're ready to face the opposing current and stuff. But so far it has been an amazing sail. Elements is just performing beautifully. Honestly, this is one of the best rides we've had ever. So glad that it's a lovely day here in England. The sun is out and only about 2 hours left until it's time for me to go to sleep for the night. But now I think it's time to start thinking about dinner. Alright, I'm headed off to bed. Got everything you need out here?
I do. About 12 layers on, got my gloves, hats, lights, clipped in, ready for night shift.
All set.
Two drinks enough.
Thank you, be safe. Don't forget to wake me if you need anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God.
Midnight will not come fast enough.
Waited until about 9 o'clock to go to bed, and if you can tell, the sun is still very bright. One great thing about being so far north in the summer. And we have, I think, 12 miles left till we get to the Lizards. We're gonna get there 2 hours earlier than we anticipated, but hopefully it's not that bad. The wind and current will be coming the same direction. We'll just be going against them with the boat. So we've got the mainsail reefed, we've got the staysail out, and hopefully these winds will last another 2 to 3 hours. Otherwise the engine will be flipping on soon, but so far everything's going really well. right now. We have just turned the engine on to give ourselves a little bit of a boost. We're doing about 3 to 3.5 knots without it, which was okay, but if you saw the map, we had just hit the Lizard, and we did make it like an hour and a half earlier than we were supposed to or intended to. So we've got about a 1.5 knot current against us right now. So that's why we have the engine on. We'll see if we still need it once the current is with us. And then hopefully we can get a good 5 knots under sail if the winds are still holding out. But yeah, just see the flashing light there at Lizard Point. Few cargo ships to worry about, but hopefully they're all on AIS so we know exactly where they're headed, how close to us they're gonna get. And I guess we'll just wait to clear Land's End and the TSS traffic thing and be in the Scillies, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning. We've just had the 1:30 a.m. tidal shift, and now that we are no longer fighting a current, I was able to get the engine off, and we're still doing about 4.5 knots. It felt like the wind was gonna die out there for a bit, but it just came back, so I'm gonna ride that out as long as I can. And it is just a stunning night out here. I'm sure you won't be able to make it out, but there's a big bright moon behind me. It came up on the horizon like 40 minutes into my shift, just this big red blood moon. But before it was lighting the sky, I just had the best view of the Milky Way. So many stars out. Nice calm night. I could not ask for a better passage to the Isles of Scilly. Elements just having to be different. Everyone else pointing west. We, for some reason, are pointing east. I think we just need to spin ourselves around here a second. What, you don't like this? Georgie, this is such a nice spot.
Go ahead, go ashore. Come on, Georgie.
Oh my gosh. Told you you'd like the sandbox, Georgie.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond
Georgie. Hey.
We stand on the opposite shore.
Where are you going?
Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things.
Just look at beautiful St. Agnus around me. We're in the Isles of Scilly right now, which are pretty much like the Caribbean of England. They're the most southwest you can get, about 25 miles off Land's End, and they're full of white sand beaches and turquoise waters, and today a clear blue sky. But luckily a few boats left, and the good thing about a 3-foot draft is we're able to tuck ourselves like right into the front. So now Elements is sitting in this first group here, and we figured with such a beautiful morning we would come ashore with our coffee, give Georgie a chance to play around, roll around in the sand, and then I think we'll probably ditch her after lunch for a hike further inland because we just heard about a great pub over here, some really good trails, so we are more than excited to see everything this island has to offer.
Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream. The engine glowed. I guess you always seem to know. Hello, Ramona.
I think she's ready to head back.
The ends unknown. To get back the life I used to know. All in this, I stand and show me where the
Oh my gosh, how's this gonna work?
Gotta work for it.
I know.
Work for it.
I can't. All right, see you, James.
Love you.
Or wait, I'm the one going to bed.
You're going to bed. I'm not sleeping.
Don't go to bed.